Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new Blacklist Season 10, Episode 1 preview in just 2 days. 2 days. The show is going to be here. We will have theories, a lot of fun stuff, a lot to be
Mhm.
excited about. Quick programming note: the moment that this episode, The Night Owl, wraps up, come back here to the channel. We will have a review here to talk about everything with you guys, to share theories, everything you've come to know and love.
Yeah, so this video is going to be a preview of everything we know about episode 1 to help you guys get ready for this episode. We are stoked for this
Yeah.
episode. We're so excited that it's back. We're also going to address the Reddit rumors that this season is split and whether or not that could be true or could not be true. Nothing has been confirmed by the network yet, but we will get into that as well.
All right, now go ahead though, hit that subscribe button so that, like we said, we do not miss our review, our
Yep.
previews. There's a lot happening this season. It's the final season, so of course we will have so much stuff to dive into.
Yeah, we're going to have, this is scheduling again. We're going to have on Sundays, we're going to have our reviews up of the episodes after they air. And then we're going to have previews of the next episode up on Tuesdays here at the channel. Also,
Yeah,
Tuesday is my birthday.
happy birthday.
All right, it's early birthday. And if you wanted to give me a little birthday something, something, head over to our Instagram, which is Matt and Jess TV. I've really wanted to grow the Instagram. We've
Yeah.
been putting lots of pictures up. We're going to have lots of pictures up this weekend from my birthday celebration and stuff like that. So it would really mean a lot to me if you would go to our Instagram and just give us a follow.
There is so much just fun stuff with the Blacklist Center, but this is gonna be a very fun week. And with the start of season 10, like I think the obvious jumping off point is everything with Wu Jing, because
Yeah.
the finale ends up he's out of prison. We know he's going to be wrecking some sort of havoc. There's a time jump, and so
Mhm.
we're presuming in that time jump he will have had some time to assemble an operation.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm really excited about with him because, when we first met him, he had quite an operation
Yeah.
going already. So we know that he's got connections. I'm sure he still has some of them. He's very good at putting together a large group of people. So he's going to be reaching out to other blacklisters. And there is shockingly, a
Yeah.
promo out there for this episode where we see Reddington coming to the task force to basically tell them
Yeah.
that Wu Jing has, gathered people from the blacklist, that the people from the blacklist are going to need some sort of protection. And it's a really interesting preview too, because it looks like Dembe is not wearing his normal FBI clothes. And it's kind of like, okay, is he not with them? There was even this moment with him and Wrestler where they were like looking at each other, almost like Wrestler's like, how could you betray me? You're back with Reddington again. And at the end of the conversation, you see Wrestler go one way and Dembe turn around like he's going to go with Reddington. Please let these two be back together again. It is the final season. It is what I want.
The writers have to know that I think this is what almost everybody wants. Like, nobody was
Yeah.
really that thrilled about Dembe being with the FBI all of last season. And I understand that they don't exactly have a full roster at the moment, given that they lost Aram and Park, and presumably Sia, who debuts in this episode, she'll be a part of the task force and
Mhm.
all of that. But at the same time, like, the real fun with Dembe is with him being alongside Reddington.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of photos out there for the premiere that show Dembe, working with Wrestler and, at the task force, working with everybody. But yeah, the outfit choice is a little bit interesting. It's
Mhm.
possible that he's sort of riding a fence in some way, because he was kind of inching closer to Reddington at the end of last
Mhm.
season. And maybe, and I say this as somebody who has watched at least like 200 shows where you have like the police department and then you have like the genius who's brought in as like the consultant, the Adrian Monk, if you will. Like, maybe Timpe is just like FBI consultant slash number two to Reddington, and he's doing it all.
I want him to stop riding the fence. If that's what he's doing by the end of this season, I want to see him working either entirely with Reddington, or if Reddington, ends up dying or leaving the Empire, it needs to be Dembe who's in charge of it. He's someone that is trustworthy to Reddington, loves Reddington, loves what he was doing with him to some degree. And I think that he could run that in a bit of a different way that would make Reddington proud. He was always the right choice. Marvin even said so,
Yeah.
where he was like, I don't know why you're not stepping in. You should be the one stepping in. Absolutely.
It would make me very, very happy if we move in this direction. And it already makes me happy that the Blacklist is kind of not wasting a lot of time and building up the Reddington knows that Wu Jing is out, because it's like that wasn't really clear at the end of last season.
No.
But because we already knew that Wu Jing was out, like having Reddington discover that really wouldn't be like that important a moment on the show. Like, my jaw wouldn't be hitting the ground. Like, I want to see, these two battering rams, to do a ridiculous Jeff Probst analogy that he used on a Survivor Challenge once. But I want to see like these two like going head to head. Like, I want to see action, drama, chaos, everything we know and love about this show.
Speaking of Survivor, we're just going to have a quick aside here that is coming back on March 1st. And we are going to be covering that here at the channel. So if you're also a Survivor fan, we are going to be back covering that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Blacklist. So we also know that we are going to be seeing Agnes returning.
Yeah.
And we also know that Aram is returning. So there was a longer trailer that was out over on Sony India, which is gone. I know you guys have been looking for it. I'm actually kind of surprised that it hasn't come back. I mean, everybody knows already. If they wanted to hide that Aram was going to be back, like, you guys messed it up. We all know already.
Yeah.
But he's going to be back for the premiere as well.
And that's exciting. And I think these things to me really signal that we're going to get a lot of nostalgia sort of sprinkled throughout this season. We've done a video talking already about some people who we think could be returning, but getting Aram right away, I feel like we'll probably get Aram again at some point down the road. So that is all very exciting. Now, here's something that's weird. And I'm just throwing this out here because typically what happens is if you go on the press site for this show and you look at some of the photos, usually below them they have a caption. And in the caption, it has the title for the episode and then the Blacklist number. This episode is titled The Night Owl. There's no Blacklist number next to any of the title, any of the pic. I thought this whole time that the Night Owl was going to be some really menacing, hopped up on caffeine blacklister who was like off with some night vision goggles causing chaos. And it might not be the case. The Night Owl may not be a new person. It could be a reference to something totally different.
Absolutely. It's a good tinfoil hat there.
Thank you. See, I'm okay with them doing these sort of things here and there, provided that like there's something really interesting that comes out of it. Like maybe Wrestler has become the Night Owl.
Okay, now we're just all getting in the clown car with you.
I am Batman.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into the Reddit post. We saw a lot of people leaving in the comments that this is for sure confirmed going to be a split season now because it was posted on Reddit. I just want to remind everybody that that has not been confirmed by the network in any way, shape, or form. Reddit can sometimes be, right, sometimes not right. Could it be a split season? Yes. Matt spoke about this quite a few videos ago, actually, about the possible writer's strike that's, possibly coming up. And if that's the case, then they would want to have material for the fall. So is it going to be split? That's not confirmed, but probably.
Yeah, I think there's a very good chance because I think what's the worst case scenario here? It's just NBC is giving themselves options. And yes, it's going to stink that like halfway through this season, we are left waiting for some really long time and probably on some sort of like terrible cliffhanger. However, if there is a writer's strike, they want to be prepared. They want to be able to put something that's not just a lot of reality shows on this fall. Like they're going to have more Magnum PI, presumably, because they're only going to air the first half of that in the first part of this year. So doing the same thing with the Blacklist makes sense. But let's just say, even hypothetically, let's just say, okay, the writer's strike gets resolved in like June and they're going to be able to put other stuff on in the fall. They can easily, I'm not saying that I want this, so just make that clear before you start typing. it's possible they'll wait until early 2024 to bring the second half of the Blacklist
Oh
back
no, what
because
are you saying?
I don't
What?
want that. But if it's already like June, I don't know if they're going to be like, well, we'll just burn off the rest of the final season in the summer then. I just think at that point they'll be like, all right, well, we'll just put the rest of the show in the same Sunday spot that we did this time in the winter. Like, they don't really care.
Listen, the summer is a happening place now. It's not like it used to be where people would throw their shows on in the summer to just die. I mean, we get like Raising Kanan in the summer.
Yeah.
We had House of the Dragon, which is like such a humongous show,
Oh,
was
it's
airing
true.
last summer too. I mean, that we had Better Call Saul last summer. Like, there are some really big shows that air in the summer now. So I mean, it's not going to be just like straight, let's burn it off in the summer. However,
Yeah.
a split season for me, I'm a person who likes, watching an episode a week.
Yeah.
I'm not a binge watcher unless it's like something like Catfish or, fun trash TV or whatever. But I like the anticipation of waiting in between
Mhm.
episodes, or, if they did it in the fall, that's just a couple months to talk about
Yeah.
the summer. If you guys wait until 2024, oh my God. I would be so mad. I already waited
Yeah.
that whole year to be coming back to this now. So like, no, not again.
No, I'll be
But
fine.
the summer, yes.
Yeah, I ultimately, hopefully, we'll just get a little bit more news on that over the next couple of
Yeah.
months. I think the main thing I want with this premiere, just beyond it being ridiculously entertaining and nostalgic and all that, I hope they do something at the end of this episode that is like a big surprise reveal that really kind of sets in motion not only Reddington versus Wu Jing, but like what this whole season could really be about. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, revenge is a big part of it, but what's the end? It's the final season. I can't imagine with all the mythology, all the who is Reddington stuff, all of that the season finale or the series finale is going to be just as cut and dry as Reddington taking on a blacklister in the present. I think there's something more here and I want to know it soon.
I just want to see Liz back reading that letter to Agnes, that Agnes knows the whole truth about
Yeah.
her mom, Reddington, everybody, like, and that she can sort of go forward with the knowledge of everything that happened and have a safe, good life where she is not, being, put together to run an empire. This whole idea that, this child is being, ready to run this empire. Like, let her just have a regular life. Her mom had that burden and now she doesn't need to. I just want to see some sort of happiness for Agnes in the end of all of this, that she doesn't have to carry it on.
Megan, I have an offer for you.
Oh,
If
we
you want
talking
to.
straight to Megan
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
Megan's watching this video. If you come back for the series finale, I can't pay you. I will give you my Toronto Raptors beanie. It's a very nice beanie. I'd share it. See, this is more valuable than money. You have to come back now. It has been thrown out there. I'm acting as though you can't buy this online. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you here next time.